from Unison. Angela Page from Rice Park, are you near the front? Angela? Is Angela? Oh, there she is. Sorry, I organised the speakers list very well.
Right, it's great to see everybody here. I just want to give a quote from Ofsted that teaching assistants make a valuable and significant contribution to children's learning. Without us, some children wouldn't learn. As regards fairness and equality, how many of you can have your holidays when you want? How many of you work flexi time? How many of you get paid overtime? We don't. Teaching assistants give hours and hours and hours of their own time. We're not asking for more money, we just want to maintain what we've got. Thank you, Angela.
From Sycamore Junior School, and I'm a teaching assistant. I would just like to say to all of you today, who in their right mind, right, would take a pay cut? And the answer is nobody. Right? We are being bullied, right, forced and blackmailed by the City Council under duress, right, to take a pay cut and to do more hours and to lose our holiday, right? And we say no to that. Yes.
Thank you particularly to all, everyone who's spoken today who's never spoken before. It is quite daunting to stand up here, believe me. And I think all those people have done really well, so give them a big round of applause. But now we have someone who's spoken on many occasions, so I'd like to finally introduce Peter Savage, who's a Unison regional organiser.
That isn't the name she normally calls me, hence the hesitation. Right, first of all, I'd like to just pick up something that Jean said right at the start of all this. This is nothing to do with equal pay. It's about saving money. The council and Unison and the other unions, we've been talking about trying to get in single status for nearly a decade in Nottingham. They've got the money put aside to pay for it. They've had it there all that time, they've built it up. And for almost all of that decade, we've all been agreed what the legal position was on school staffs and TAs with their working week and holidays and all of that. It's not been an issue of dispute. All of a sudden, the council turn round, a couple of months ago, and say, oh, we've now had different legal advice. Now, we said, okay, that's a surprise, show us the advice and we'll have our lawyers looking at it. I'm not holding my breath because they've not shown us it yet, and I doubt if we will see it. This is basically because they have seen you as a soft touch to make easy cuts. Well, the one thing, if nothing else, that you've shown so far is some soft touch. What we need to remember is that I asked Jean originally, why are we meeting today? Was there a committee meeting going on or something? And of course it wasn't that. Today was the day you were supposed to be getting the letters saying sign this or else. They backed off. You have proven you're not a soft touch. You've stood united in a way you've never been able to do before, and you've told them what to do with their letters. From a trade union point of view, in some respects I want to say thank you to the council, because one of the hardest aspects of organising in trade unions in schools, particularly with non-teaching staff, is by definition you're spread all over the show. It's really difficult to get you together. Well, thank you, John Collins, because look what you've done for us. What is now important, although the council have backed down in terms of the timetable, they have not yet backed down on the proposals themselves. It is a well-established management trick that, all right, propose something, back off, and hope people will just get bored and give up. particularly maybe through the summer holidays. But what we have got to show is we are not going to use that time to get bored, we are not going to use that time to back down, we're going to use that time to build the fight, to make sure that next time we have this rally, it's bigger. Because it's not just school staff, it's not just teachers, it's parents, governors and the public here as well. What we have got to do is build on the sorts of activities we've started frantically over the last few weeks. We've got to get out there and explain to governors who in many instances have felt bullied into going along with the council. And it's amazing, I even find myself in a pub of a night being approached by school governors and asked what's going on. And there is a massive amount of sympathy there among school governors when they find out the truth of the situation. We've got to get out to parents. We've got to let them know what's happening, because what happens to you has a direct impact on what happens to the service and the education that their children receive. What we have got to do is not let this fight slip. We have started well, we need to continue it, and you need to congratulate yourselves, because you have come together and created such a fuss that the stupid letters they're sending out now are saying things like, oh, we're sorry, we didn't expect the reaction. And there's a wonderful phrase in one, isn't there? Oh, it was never our intention to institute, what was it, a significant pay cut? Well, what the F was their intention? The fight does not stop at this rally, it starts at this rally. They will not get away with this. Keep it up.
I think there are still people to arrive, particularly teachers, so if you can hang around for a little longer in recognition of the people and not being able to get along yet. But I'll kind of draw the speaking bit of this protest to a close. I think following on from what Peter just said, you are not a soft touch. Traditionally, it hasn't been a hotbed of militancy and of strong trade union action in terms of schools. School support staff have for many years been a group of staff who've really gone beyond the call of duty, working beyond their job descriptions, beyond their hours, and so on. And I think the council have really picked on the wrong group of staff. They thought at the time of national talks when the Tories talking about 25, 30, 40% cuts. They thought they could pick on a group of primarily low-paid women and inflict a 25% cut on you, and they are so wrong. And I hope they are ashamed of ourselves. But as Peter said, the timetable's been put back. We are calling on the council, we'll call on them again today, if they're listening, to withdraw these proposals. If there aren't to be any changes, we want no financial detriment, no pay cuts whatsoever. But we will continue this campaign. We will not allow this particular campaign to be submerged in the campaign that we're going to have to launch the day after tomorrow, when we hear about the comprehensive spending review costs. We will make sure that this particular campaign, which does sit alongside the general campaign against the cuts, that this campaign will continue and that they are not allowed to get away with pay cuts. We will continue to protest if necessary. We'll organise marches and demonstrations, and yes, if necessary, we will ballot you for industrial action. And that is the topic that will be listed every school. Staff have actually been saying, when are you going to ballot us for industrial action over this? And that's really unprecedented. I think we've got someone else wanting to speak. So I will allow my colleague from the GMB, Martin McKinley, to say a few words. There you go.
Thanks very much. Now, of course, the important thing as well that the unions have to be speaking with one voice, and that's so important. And we need to get feedback from the members directly into the union offices. So it's vital that you do that, and of course you can also put pressure on your local councillors, on your MPs. So it's sorry. Yeah, yes, but I can assure you, attend their surgeries as well, because we are not the union. You good people out there are the union, and we need as much pressure. And right through the Evening Post, there's all sorts of campaigns that you can do, and we will give you advice on that. So please feed back to us as well, just exactly where you want us to take this battle to. Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot. I've just got one announcement. There are people here from Nottinghamshire County Unison, and that's many. They're waving at me. Hello there. And I'd like to send our solidarity greetings from everyone here, including all the trade unions at Nottingham City Council, in your monumental fight against what the County Council is trying to do to you in terms of trying to make several thousand people redundant. And as you're all in the protest mood, if you can get a lunch break, which I know probably most people here don't have, but if you do happen to be off on Thursday, there is a protest this Thursday, 12:30 at County Hall, and it's entitled "Stop the Sell-Off," because they're trying to sell off elderly persons' homes, family centres, country parks, day centres, and so on. And it says this isn't budget cutting, it's a clearance sale. So if you can get along to that and give our support to our colleagues over at the county, please do. But thank you all for coming. I think it's been absolutely brilliant. I don't know if anyone's counted how many people there are here. 1,000. We estimate up to 1,000 people. That's a fantastic turnout. So thank you again, and we'll see you again. Thank you.